Oyepa News.
Ya transforme mu semo ensaka na yede eba twedi akwada Roma wodi ene defo ensuso ache jenso se high Europa 100.7 FM Promise 102.7 Promise TV de bedima kutribie ene se headmistress ya wo Ola Senior High School kanya se no wo ahafo wodi atudwasa ampa sika bia de ba ye so momfa mo sukuru ho abra no ebi wo no mo a enye nyina ene wo se wodi ye de wo so wodi ye
na energy minister Yewra John Jenapo so de atudwasa dumso no a ekoso no enye akosombo no ehye ye nko anemom ECG transformers ni bi nso ayedada
na ne ye beto asonso nsɛmfoforo mu na tifie bi no BC so no ba so na enkwada ne bi hono mu a omacheche ne ma bi edi ama won tituru empaboa afutu akọ edi ama won
na technical advisor Emma education minister Professor George Kweku Toku edi atudwase abano edi ne pegu akwanwu se na be ya infrastructure hodo ayehia ewo school to asomo no won setime aka
boshe ba na efre wa no pe kire se bra beje nkane ya boshe electricals de bia no ya ne di adanse de kirewo on se ye de atu ebo ase abrande ne kama inti star bosh no pa se tutum ebepie mo boshe electricals bibia no awo pe no ubenya nkane anso so chandelier yi ya bayi a ubekọ ba bia fefe ni nyina bi egu ha no mo a ye tu ebo ase no abaji no bobru dontwa na de akro kodu dwuma nti contractor se obi e de contract ama wo se bra betoto ne yamade a adum ha no ye kanfo bosheba ewo ahaya we repadem enedi ama wo se bra na ye nsomo ye butu aha ye bosheba plaza ha anti attack for dine mu soso wonsa ebeka ye na afi woto aso edu pizza da foforo no a eni kegiti Dubai edi hwere mu so ho so ye wo ho 03220 30838 03220 308 0536 na yeni enkomo
mede de gansa kati amite nkura wokonji abo okran mene
krobia asante
ebusuan kase bono emu nkyeremu enie wosoafo ohwe ahoɔdenie ensam eso Yewra John Abdullahi Jenapo edi atu dwase dumso no a ekoso no ewom se akosombo dam no baabi wo no mo a ahye na ebom enya no nko anenam so a dumso no aba wo kyerem ese Ghana transformers no bebre no anyinyini kyeresa ayedada eno ka ho bi ana kanea no aye prefon nanso mpanisi de jawane ade aso awo ntimpanfo ye ho adwuma se na be ya transformers a aye dada ne nyina no ye besesa no ye de foforo esi anamu.
Many transformers across the country are becoming obsolete and overstretched due to increasing demand and years of underinvestment. In about 10 years our demand has doubled. In fact, when you look at the record, it has more than doubled. What it means is that we have to increasingly invest in the sector. But due to underinvestment over the years, this has resulted in overloads, low voltages, and recurring outages. Government is addressing this issue head-on by implementing a nationwide transformer upgrade and replacement program. As an immediate intervention, this month alone, we have installed almost 200 transformers. This week, we intend to deploy another 140 of these transformers.
Na ebusunya enu achi na wo kire mu se wo hwe ECG won mo expenditure no a wo hwe 2024 no a na 9.3 billion Ghana cedis. Nanso 2025 eswate ababegina 1.8 billion Ghana cedis.
We brought discipline in the distribution sector, culminating in increased revenue collection and, more importantly, a very disciplined expenditure framework for ECG and NEDCO. Whilst in 2024, ECG spent about 9.3 billion. This year, ECG spending 1.8 billion through efficiency, but spending that amount on critical infrastructure. And everybody can attest to that fact. Last year alone, we restored the partial risk guarantee from the World Bank, which had been depleted, $500 million. We paid over 1.4 billion energy sector debt, restoring confidence in the sector and ensuring that we deliver reliable power to the people of Ghana.
Ebusuani ayeti yeyi eye mrase bedwani a wote akonya so ewo yape kusogu na woye wosoafo a wohwe anyina mahoden ensam eso Yewra Abdullahi John Jenapo.
Madam Adongo ono ena akwakoba so kupie mu ewo yi sa Public Accounts Committee anim e Kumasi abonten so anmo ono na oye headmistress eda Ola Senior High School no ano Kenya ase eno no half man temu na Madam Beatrice Adongo ko ye no ene ebisa ne se sika do ye de ba ye so mfa mu school no ho ebra ye 682,000 no eba ne sei ena eso ete ye se we mu be se 357,000 pe ena we use ye ena wo chire mu se ampa sika ne de ene ye ebi wono mo a efa ba bi na emum no eno so ne fa ba bi no wo de bo school no so ho ebra enti ni chire mu de ba ye no wo de atomu se ampa ene udifo eno nti se efo no wa wadi eni de ene ene chese wa be pie mu public account committee no animu no na wo chire mu e de ama wone na ebra wo bo so aba na wo to aso no ni chire mu ni.
Madam, why? You misapplied funds meant for the feeding of the students for other operational items, but for yours, what you misapplied was more than what you spent on feeding the students.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. Just as my colleagues explained, we admit that it is not the right thing to do. And so we are not justified in any explanations we may give, but we needed to have the school running.
Yes, but you needed to have the school running. But the monies you spent on other things, you're giving a total of 682,000 Ghana cedis. You spent 357,000 Ghana cedis doing other things not meant for feeding the students, and rather used just 324 to feed the students. Madam, I understand you saying that you needed, but why should you spend more on items that the monies are not supposed to be used for? And
entina eno no Madam Beatrice Adongo na so ayehye saa no wono no Ola Senior High School wada no se ye disika ba yemfa mankwada na wamfa no nwanuani ni a sukuu no so hu ene se ye disika ni bi akwa kogura ba bi se ye di kokura eno na wote ye se dwamtrani e de ma public account committee ya eno no eye honorable Abna Osei Asare no wototo maame no ano no nti na nani abre pa na ne ntoaso no ene wo ma wo mokoko se enye ehonko a se Ola Senior High School na emum si yehwe a shukus makoma ko be se enum bi ho so so o mahunu se wo mu sika e de ma wo mo se yemfa no anuanuane e ma enkwada no ebi ro no afa nkwantanan enye de wo se de ye ene de ye.
And please, let's desist from that. The students are supposed to be fed with these monies. Prior to this, how were you managing? You were using other means to take care of operations. And then, Honorable Deputy Director General, please, by this, you have sat with us, and 5 schools were cited for this, and they all claim that their recurrent expenditure funds does not come in early. That is not the reason why they should misapply funds. But then we are asking you to impress upon the Minister of Education, the Minister of Finance, to make sure these monies are released so that they it prevents them from taking monies meant to feed students. That notwithstanding, you are not supposed to misapply funds. Respect.
Entina eno no busia eze na kuma chicho mnyina gumu na kama Honorable Abna Osei Asare ana moten wenka no wono na public account committee ye chese won matintim maza bonten so ano oye dwemtrani ndi kofoguso ya wo mu yi wo nsem ano
miento anopa no si akase ebo no so na yedaso a egine mu ewo nsem no emu a na technical advisor Emma Education Minister Professor George Kweku Toku Odro wadi atodwa se aban nhyehyɛ ahodoɔ bia se na bɛyɛ infrastructure ahodoɔ a yehia ewo schools yapon mo no aban betimi de ama wonom ama nwomasuane adekyerɛ nso atimi akɔ enkane wo kyerɛ mu a aban no enam Education Minister no so nhyehyɛ ahodoɔ pino a eba ebi social intervention programs a ebi ene se wo mo ase bi edidem ewo nipadua mo no wo benya kwanya akosuapon wabra wontu ataku anasa sempoa na afei krampo no wo behwe na afei niema hodo ebetimi aboa se bia school fees kura hotua na ebia nkoye mfifire tie ne ade ne nyina nso aban ne guso a wo ye adwuma wo de sansem wo nyina todwa wo bra na Uniba asuafo makomako empem nson ahankoro ane aduonum baako na wonom graduate ebi kita degree ane diploma hodo ana mepacho de sansem wo atu edwa.
Chancellor, let me clarify that the ministry's prioritization of foundational learning does not mean a neglect of secondary and tertiary education. Government will continue to invest in its social interventions such as the no free stress and free tertiary education for persons with disabilities, and through the GET funds and partnership support, sustain investment initiatives towards addressing both physical and digital infrastructure challenges facing tertiary institutions.
Na Professor Wamfanso Honomwa, what was Chiremu? Okay, when you cry a Vice Chancellor, Emma University of Education, Winneba. One also Ekasai, a Professor Stephen Jobson, and a Wachiremu, a say, Suapon Bekoswa Abo Modern, Senabeya, or de one. Esuya deɛ akwankane abene ebebe wiase na timi aboa na ɔha hodo wiase ɛnam no ɛmɔfra timi de sanim deɛ no atimi asoɔfo afiri hɔ afei nso wɔbɔ aban no aba so sɛ wama wɔnom slot makomako empim yenu sɛ yɛmfa ntete asuafoɔ no ɛwɔ coding emu.
The Ministry of Education is highly appreciative of government's continued support for public universities in strengthening governance, expanding infrastructure, and advancing digitalization, and reinforcing quality assurance across the tertiary sector. And like I indicated yesterday, recently about a week back, we were giving about 2,000 slots for our students to be trained in coding.
Any IIT a Vice Chancellor, Emma University of Education, Winneba. Professor Stephen Jobson, Anna Yatenin Kane. Na ne krakra mono ana Chancellor MSU apono neyi gate wono a otoso enson wo ye oman hen ewo afutu nananom atena nkonwa wo de atosu apono anim se enya se wo tete nkwada ne keke na mmom won tete enkwada obebe wiase na ewiase hawo watimi asolve amayen.
This moment also calls for reflection within the University of Education, Winneba. We must move beyond the traditional mandate of producing graduates. We must become a problem-solving institution, one that aligns teaching, research, and engagement with the real needs of society.
Chancellor Emma Suapono, Nenyi Gate, our Tosso, and so Nene Aniati.
Na abadiacha otoso mienu Emma Domkumano hwe atantene me second deputy minority chief whip onukura yi mrahye bedwani woja gbawe ne nipatem honorable Jerry Ahmed ena wo se nso no a nkwada ne kwa akotwe BC no se bi ku se bi anyado ontimi fo na nsi fom nti wakoche empabo yi bi ene ye ma ye no wo mai mu a sa slippers bi e dia ma adusuafo nkwada no se wonye wonhye na kane MC no no nso so woja gbawe honorable Michael Adidankwa no wo ho ene wo se nti se dumso yi a ekoso yi aban onim se ebe ha nkwada no adusua na kwada no anwumre ye wo so wotena se no osua de okofa kan ya wo himpo no de asua so awuno nti wonhwe safa no super
ye next week ya any starting for him na ye be hwa they said dum so na aba no kan ya dum em say bro 2013 14 de no so it mean ma be 1 hour na sen ko off ni e mesra aban ni say ye nkwala yi wo just na watch pay no much from exams ya just said dia tell me say omwoye na ka pay won pay no de ye man kan ni nyina so na kwan timi sua de no mo pass from exams so mo try exams we plan as of so dum na ene be obi aka no de won no pro man won no pro resources no and your pen what dey
entina no wapani Michael Adidankwa na mote ne kana no ye MC ewo weja gbawe na enkwada no nso so HS wo mani asopa wo do so mpabo ne de abre wo mo no sabieku omenye bi ahye
Ujira ne de su enam nnas ene benefo mujira ne mu ma honorable Jerry Ahmed ye sa so dana say in the so my ngobwa na ngobwa we no etu ebe ma ngobwa be benya de say bi si no mo betu mo be pass na agency me dana speak ye na mjina school na ne mu dana say
ene na eno no 100.7 FM show eni anopai na ye ka was Promise 102.7 so edem na Promise TV afi ensem foforo
miento akase abo no so na yenko enkramantam no emuen na adwadifo nkabom ku a wonomo ewo enkran association no wonomo dwemtre na se president eye Messi na Afrowa Nijan wode ato Ghana fo anim se mo betode na se yema mo nsesa no a yempe kwense no ayeye wo se saade ne ka ho bi anama eniema boaye den ama sid na ho den ekofom no wo kire mu akwense nso eyesika obi o hon mo a wabeto ade na wo ma ne sesa no wo se mempe queens na wo mpe queens ne mfa ma hwan wo kasa na wo kirem se ho behia se commercial banks no won mo beso de free condition mu na won mo abadwadefo no ho wo dwam ho na banking services no so akoso wo free se mo betena se na se dwadini no aton ade awie na so wo ntimi ama bank ho no mo a sekanda no kyan wo de yadan wo se eba na se aga na sikasem so ebetima gina yie.
We want to tell Ghanaian public, please, Governor of Bank of Ghana, the coins are still in existence because it's the coins that they are removing out of the system that is adding up to some things. Because if they say ice water is 30 pesos, where will you get the change? If they say it's 50, how? So presently, from 50 pesos, if you don't take care, they will add another fee, which is 100% increase. So if the coins is in existence, the person knows that if it is 40 pesos and I sell it 40, I will get coins.
Enti mo ye ma mo coins ya mo se mo mpe coins no mo nsam ne e ka no nti ye ma mo coins no ya amonye firisa no nso e legal tender e kan Ghana sika no ho coins e sika na eno achi no ana wo kire mu ese se sidi no ejina na se nyana ho ode a eboa ema edwade enso time koso na se si ababia Ghana jina no edwadefo no wo mo ni aso papa firisa sidi no ejina pintin.
Sidi is now stable. So we are happy because formally, if you come to the market, you have to leave your goods, go running searching for goods. Because if you have a box of milk at 20 cedis and you don't buy 30 or 40, by the time you go back about 30 minutes time, it will be 40 cedis.
Ebusuafo ni ayeti ye aye president Emma Greater Accra Market Association. Messi na afrowa ni jan nene anete ye no
akwamu hene ya wo twefo na matankonyansa aseso onukuro yo hene e wo twefo bepobin na ekasa yi wo kire se ensem ha na okosa barima kwasama awere ya wotoso mienu se empatemo network nye be halo sa na babi awiase adura ni bia bayi wo phone se sisuwa ni se sisuwa untimi fanye ko untimi fanye hwe mfa mbrazo nya hwe na kwan kura de jai wo se akwan omonam so ho no timu amu hwe TV ni de ni bia na se de mo hwe no kwan basa enye ni nsemi
Fubu problem de ye wo how papa how ni wo di kan o ye network on ye mra o mo betu aba no o mo di ni post ni de gu ha ma ye ma community bafo be sisi ma betutu amura no contract be de ma ye prepare ma na ye di amotwe ye tan ya contract no baba be ye mra betu aba ni ye ya da de ni di gu ya sha obi ani wo baba ye ku prepare pim mesre aban ye papa mahama ye make so between na supreme ma ye buayen ma ye kwan wonye network no so onye se
ngoyi enji na wie yie ene omamfo so ombeka akra isan se dum kra de sesei ehia won titiri ye network ni nyenyenyenyenyen na network so nya ubede kra ni mrimu akotira battery adi udwuma bi ese fata
ye na network e fe ye call se mu de ye bra papa we ekura pentu be problem on komo hia tata wo kan dem secret code na na egu abonten se ye kasa kira ban se omoaye ye network se mu pa
na ya kwai any network ye bi gire ha you say this empo furudua ye ma ye me ye dem afurudua se me ma wa brochire ntimi no obi akasa se me no obi bet makasa ese me tuko akọ tufu praso
ubetimi no obi akasa so tukwan phone so no na ne kwakwa mu no opani Isaac Yosin ene ye DC ewo twifo atimokwa en wo se MP guso wo pani Bondi wo so guso ya wo ye de betumi bia se be ya network no e betumi agina so
balance network ya sitting in the parliament David Bondi eka committee no na wo hwe afimo anamo a papa etua na eni so ema twifo kwa mai communities are minimum at that table so no sai jumako abwa
ene na eno no ntie ne monko na monye network ne ho adwuma emfa ema woni abusha na ye de sini aso akwa ma Republic Fashion OBS atu aso no nsia pon se maduenu pepepepepe Jimmy Cliff ne nam wabo ano kama esemfo de ono ene Korea control mfo so ye da mo ase ene anope ne eye benada ufosu de toso aduenu enwotwe pepepepe mdi kwa bia sante minimia
gangster cat ya mete nkura wo ko giabo okra ne ye be so akwa na embom sha ne so se Promise Broadcasting Limited, Oyiripa FM TV, Promise FM TV. Yede Oyiripa Security Games 2026. Yede eba. Nyame ya aduma memene da eba ampaya ebedwa. Bambo ejine tukuo ni nyina no. Womo be wuro uniform na go ahye jesi atiesi park so a eni krika pam. Ghana Prison Service eka ho, Ghana Immigration Service, Ghana Police Service, Ghana Armed Forces memama ana Ghana Custom Division Service, Ghana Fire Service, womu nyina ka ho bia. Na special guest no, IGP, Yewra, Christian Tete Yohono. Na sponsors, any sponsor, okay. The nation's doctor, Dr. Edu Jemfido.